What up, Kraut? What up, Bill? What up, Disgruntled? Weird. Alright, let's get another Chrome tab open here. What up, y'all? How we doing this morning? Window, that'll be over here. And we are probably going to want to go to... Really, we're not going to need the web browser at first. We need to have a little bit more database work to do. As soon as Nix decides to get its act together. Mattia, are you streaming more today? Come on, Nix. So the first thing I want to do this morning is we did a little migration yesterday to get rid of our RBAC tables, and instead I simplified down to just using an enum for now, where we have this role enum. I think I want to change client to advisor. Next week, gonna start for a trip this evening. Nice. DWB. And gonna blur quick. Oh, come on. What song is this? I thought it was Ren at first. That makes me want to listen to some Ren. Let's see here. Wow, while this is going, let me... I love this song too. That'll be good. All right, so let's get Ghosty updated real quick. Install, yeah, restart, great. Thank you. Increase our font size. That should be at 24. It is. Excellent. Attached to R10. And I want to go to our schema, and we're going to change client to advisor. And we'll do that. And I'm doubting Drizzle's going to be able to handle this migration. I really want to switch to trying to use the effect migration tool. Let's see here, white quit all. Now we'll do, what is it, npm run drizzle generate. Yeah, wow, tab is hard to get there. Rick Jones. Alter type role. That's gonna break. It's gonna break. Whatever. Logan's gonna be driving the safety car? Is that a joke? Is that a joke? That has to be a joke. Come on. Alright, let's just clear all our data. Alright, that we got our cascading deletes in there. Great. Okay. Cool. And then we want to alter type role, and we'll do we think it's delete value client. That's wild. I can't think of a worse person to drive. Do we think it's drop? Remove? I don't know why I just used my mouse for that. Can you tell I'm not awake yet? Fix this Postgres migration. What up, Akira? Again, alter table, create type. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Porque dot dot. Where do we have dot dot? Oh, I see. There we go. Oh my God. So we have to do that, and then we commit. And then we'll come down here and we'll just do this after it. And this will be roll. Is that what we want? I think that's what we want to do. Why are enums and Postgres a bad idea? I actually don't. I don't know. I like them because I get nice types. As I'm finding out right now. Yeah, I'm realizing that right now. Great. This is going really well. We're just going to do this manually. All right, so let me go check Drizzle's docs to see if they have that before I do it manually. Drizzle check constraint. Check constraint. Damn, that's a bummer. Bot might be broken. Oh, you're right. Okay, side quest. Let's fix that. Yeah, Winnie's doing a lot better. She's able to do stairs finally and get up on the couches again. Twitch error. Are we What was the error there? Error. It's in the keyboard raffle subscriber. Let's just kick it, I guess. I'm wondering if I had a token expire or something. I mean, they should be updating, and that wouldn't make sense, right? Because It wouldn't make sense because I just got the DM in chat. I mean, let's just kick it. Looks like everything started okay. Oh my god. They changed the API again. They changed the fucking API again. I love Spotify. They have the best engineering and APIs I've ever worked with, and it's just a pleasure every time I interact with them and their services. Oh, for Christ's sake. There's also... Alright, well, you guys can scoop this access token for a second until I refresh it. Actually, just kidding. I'm gonna... You would think they'd version it, but they do not. Alright, I just rolled that access token. So if we do get available devices, that looks good. Currently playing. That's okay. Quayu. That looks good. Playlist. That looks good. Add item to queue. So we get back. Let's see the history of this. Oh, man. Good evening, Nuts. I wonder which one of these is breaking. Like, you would think it would be add item to queue, right? But I think we patched that. Param for... So let's go find that code. Ugh, man, I hate Spotify. Why can't you just work? Let's see here. We'll find out. Actually, we should grep for... Yeah. That's not a JSON parse. Right here it is. Okay, let's see what Spotify is doing wrong here. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I know response.json is, but they actually do return just plain text. It's really broken. In fact, I have an issue open on their GitHub for this. It's funny because I sent this GitHub issue to somebody yesterday that we were talking about Spotify with. Where are my issues? Issues. Right here. This one. This is the exact issue. It's coming back to haunt us. A change must have been made to the add item to playback queue API endpoints as it now returns text, just the track ID, and this library makes the assumptions that all endpoints return valid JSON. This is causing a syntax error to be thrown when JSON parse. Yeah. So I wrapped that. Let me go check the headers. That should be fine. I'm actually a little bit confused why that's coming back. Although we don't know for certain that it is the add item to queue call. I'm making that assumption. There's no response header that says content type. X con type options, no sniff. Is it? Okay, maybe you just need kicked for some reason. Oh yeah, I see that your thing got added. Yeah, no, what they're doing is the API. Check this out, FleetFox. If we go to, I must have just needed to kick my server for some reason. I don't know. Where would we find this with Spotify API docs? And we go to the web API. The last we looked, when I cut that issue, it says that, which API is this? Player. Add item to playback queue. Okay, so this has been updated. It says response sample is an empty response. which is also incorrect. In fact, their own docs are broken. That's really good. But this used to say there was a JSON body here that would get returned. Very good. Very good. And they haven't updated their SDKs. So all their SDKs still say it returns like the track JSON or the queue. I don't know which. It's really bad. It's real bad. It ain't good. Okay. I got nerd sniped into fixing effect stuff. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the enum thing. I'm just gonna keep using enums for a moment because it's gonna be easier and faster, and I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. Edit data. No, I just want to edit DDL. Modify SQL scripts. Modify table. Yeah. We want to come in here and say that role is going to be text for now. And the default is going to be, we'll just say advisor. And we'll just commit that. I need to find like a better migration tool before this starts running. For real, for real. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad, Fleetfox. There's an even bigger problem with their official SDK and their API docs around OAuth. One of their calls is noted that it will return a refresh token, and then it's like you should use this refresh token to obviously refresh your access token. And the request or the docs they have that on, that request doesn't actually return a refresh token. It's a fucking mess, dude. It's so bad. All right, so then we can come down here and we can delete this, drop role. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and then we need to create a new I can't make an enum, can I? All right, let me go grab the actually, we can kill that. Alter, create type. Yeah, we want to just yoink you, and we'll come over here, and we're gonna come in here, drop that in. Advisor admin is gonna be role. We're gonna fire that off. Boom. And we're gonna come alter our user table, and we're gonna say that role is gonna be a type of role. Whoops, that's not what we wanted. Yeah, let's do a cancel. Modify table. I went to the wrong box. I want this one. You want role. How do I get the role? Alter column type role. Job type. I'm gonna have to refresh. Why is this taking so long to introspect? Does anyone use Remeta? No, I don't know what Remeta is. All right, so that looks like we're good there. Now we should be able to at least see that under our object types. And let's come in here, try this again. We want role. And this is going to be advisor role. Okay. Oh my God, just do it. I'm seeing why this is such a pain in the ass. Error default. How do I drop a default? That's what I have to do quick. Modify table. Role. Default. Can I just like clear this? Not null. Delete this. Okay. And now we should be able to come in here and run this, hopefully. Theoretically. Command enter. Okay, did that. And then we should be able to run this. There we go. All right, we're in a good spot here. In fact, we can just like nuke all of these migrations because they don't matter at this point. Get gone. See ya. And then we can do the same in here. Delete all you. And in here, we can delete all you. All right. And let's commit. Update schema. And let's make sure I actually did what I thought I did. Schema. Yes, just please quit. Vim schema. Role advisor admin, great. Okay, that all looks good. And then we probably have type errors in front. What ended up, the problem ended up being that the Svelte config file had .mjs instead of .js. That was the entire problem. We had to dig into the source of, I think we went into the Vite SvelteKit plugin on GitHub after forever. Yeah, and what's even weirder is that I haven't touched that file since I made it months ago. Really bad. So I don't know. I ran upgrades yesterday, so I checked the git blame on the SvelteKit Vite plugin, and that line that where it looks for .js hasn't changed. So like, I don't really understand how it was working in the first place. Oh man, my neck is so sore. All right, we type checked, so let's do this, and we'll say migrations, git push, and let's make sure this deploys correctly. Let's go to Vercel. Why didn't that deploy? Oh, it's building. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see if this works. So we're gonna have to sign up. Let's go through the flow here. So we'll do Dylan dot Mulroy. Oh, we need to sign up. This is login. Sign up. And we'll do Dylan Mulroy 111 Dylan dot Mulroy at gmail.com. Foo bar baz. Create account. Ah, that dependency does look like it failed. So I was looking for Argon 2 and not finding it. Fucking JavaScript build tooling. How are we gonna have JavaScript build tooling problems 2 days in a row? So I need to, this is gonna be so annoying. This is stupid. In our package JSON, I think we're gonna wanna put this in here. Well, that has to be coming as a dependency of Oslo probably, and maybe Lucia. Do I do anything with Argon? Yeah, Argon 2 ID from Oslo password. So I guess we can rebuild this and not use the build cache, and maybe we'll get the right thing. Because I don't think I'm committing. Am I committing node modules in here by accident? No. All right, guys, I need some more upbeat music. This ain't it. It's putting me to sleep. How? I actually stopped using Claude. Let's see what the logs say. I'm gonna hit that again. This deploy. Yeah, it's deployed. So let's go look at our logs. I'm probably at the wrong deployment. Back down. Back down. All right, let's try this again. Sign up. Dylan Mulroy 111 Dylan Mulroy at gmail.com. Foobarbaz. And this is gonna hit an error because we don't see that dependency. So we should see send a 200. I don't believe you. Send a 200? No, it didn't. Getting 500s. There we go. Oh, what up, Raiders? How we doing? Good morning, y'all. How was your stream? Whoa. All right, let's close this side panel and see what. Econ refused. That's weird, right? Let me unlock this. Okay. All right, we should be back, right? Yeah. Pretty good. Did a nice Oni mask. Now I'm tired. Nice. And then we'll do 111, 111, 11, 11. And this will be, sure, we'll use a suggested password. No, you don't need to save it. Create account. Okay, so we're getting 500 still, I'm assuming. Yeah, 500s. Can I see the headers? Weird problem. Classic chat. All right, so I want to look at runtime logs. I don't understand how we're... No, I want you. There we go. Oh, that's a Postgres connection error. That's the port that Postgres runs on. Bun run dev. Man, I don't think I would have... I got real lucky that I just remembered that 5432 is Postgres port. Okay, is this working locally at least? Now we'll get logs down here. That's gonna not work. One, 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 one. And we'll just autofill this. Yeah. No, create account. So that works. So this is a problem with Argon 2. I'm guessing this is a problem with the lock file. So what's happening is under the covers that this Argon 2 library, which is what I'm using to do, get that shit out of here. When we sign up on a new account, we use Argon 2 right here to basically create our hash. That's how we hash our passwords. And under the covers that uses Nappy, which Nappy RS is a Rust binding library for Node.js. So it lets you call Rust from Node.js. And Rust compiles the native binaries. And I'm running and building this and installing dependencies on Mac OS X. So I'm guessing in the bun lock file that it's resolving the Rust binary to a Darwin ARM binary rather than a Linux one. So I'm guessing if I nuke the... my theory is if I get rid of the bun lock file, this might work. Let me just triple check that I don't have anything Argon related in here. Yeah, it's just Oslo. So let's try killing that. And I don't think I have Oslo in here, do I? No. So that should be okay. So let's try that. This is my working theory, at least. And we'll be able to remove lock file. Yeah, whatever, that's good enough. What up, Rexus? What's your laptop specs? I think this laptop is an M1 Max with 64 gigs of RAM. It's a tank. I got it from my last company shut down and they let everyone keep their laptops. Let's go check the deployment logs. We can resplit this back out. Separate. And let's go to Vercel. And let's go to our deployment. This is building right now. I'm hoping that we don't see the logs about... yeah, this is fine. This is... it's still happening here. I wish, somebody shared the syntax yesterday for skipping a dependency. I think that was disgruntled. I'm gonna go just check the bun docs real quick, see if I can find that. Run, package manager, update, latest. Resolutions. I think I need to run filter. That's not what we want. I'm trying to run bun update and then ignore. Okay, I think I can maybe use this. I'm trying to ignore my like linked packages. Bun patch at r10/db. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, let's just see if that works. No. So let's run this. Yoink. Bun ignore path resolution module. I don't know. Good. Seg fault. All right, I do know how to fix this easily. It's just gonna be annoying. And let's go to packages, or excuse me, apps front. And in here, I need to go to this, and I just need to freaking take this and / that. Guess what? Bun will let it happen. All right. Oh, damn it. We reverted our freaking Svelte dependencies again. That's not what we want to do. 1.2.1. I'm just going to nuke our changes here. And bun I. It's fine. I guess the other thing we could do is install Argon directly, right? I think we had this in our history yesterday. So what is it? Command T history. I thought I could find my history. View history. and we want to go to Argon. npm. Weren't we looking at Argon stuff yesterday at some point? Maybe it was on a different profile. Whatever. npm Argon 2. Is this the one where it's actually complaining about? We should probably validate that first. At node rs. Yeah, okay. That's what we want. Argon 2. Yeah, here we go. I guess we just install this. I have no idea. All right, let's see if that works. I'm really guessing this is something updated with Oslo. Let's go see. We can find, let's go check Oslo GitHub. Man, my neck hurts. Oslo JS. GitHub. Issues. Okay, so it looks like it's not just me. We might need to roll back versions, possibly. Uh, 3 weeks ago. Deprecation notice? Isn't that exactly what this is? Am I crazy? It doesn't even look like there's changes, really. Isn't that exactly what I'm on? Oh, maybe it's not. It's not. Okay. All right, where is this on GitHub? At Oslo.js. So we need to go update those dependencies. So let's actually do that. Oslo is going to change to, let's actually see if that fixed our deploy. Build logs. Nope. Still upset about bcrypt. All right, so let's come in here. We can remove that, and we want to replace Oslo. Is there a getting started? There's not a top level one, huh? Okay, so let's bun I at Oslo.js, and we need password. Is that not one of them? Oh, they deprecated the password? What? Yeah, dude, this is like day 2 of us fucking fighting build tooling. This is so annoying. I don't even see anything for Argon. I wonder if we need to do something like this. This is so confusing. Okay. Let's grab that. I'm assuming that might be good. Let's see if we can run even here. that. How do we get down here? What did I just do? Frustrating. So frustrating. Oh man, why? It is trying to resolve. I actually don't fully understand what's happening here, if we're being completely honest. So I'm using a tool called Oslo, and Oslo uses a Node.rs library under the covers, and it's failing to resolve this at build time. Okay, so that seems like a possible good solution. I did this, but I don't know why it's not picking that up. So let's do a bun run build. It's possible that this is going to cause the error to occur. So if we do bun run build, what? That doesn't seem correct. Where are my scripts? Build's right there. Bun I. No, it doesn't happen locally. It's only happening. Um, all right, so it seems like the workaround then. Let's try one other thing before I just directly install the dependency. npm run build bun install override bun install dash dash. Let's do force and see if that helps. And let's go to deployment and create deployment main. We'll just do a rebuild and not use the build cache. This is where we get it. Yeah, right there. So I'm not convinced that this actually ran the new build command. Running. Oh, no, it did do force. All right. Well, it seems like we can just directly install this. So let's go here and do bun add this again. And then rather than importing it from Oslo, which seems to be a problem, we are just going to directly import it, which seems to be the solution. So let's delete that. And then down here, yeah, bun run dev, be happy. My LSP is angry. Sign up. Server. So we should end up with a couple type errors in here. This is fine. This is because we got in, yeah, let's fix this. How do I import? Argon 2 from node, was it at node rs? All right, what does Argon 2 have on it then? Argon 2 dot, okay, that's all we need to do. And then down here, not constructible. Oh, we don't need 2. I guess we can just bring in hash, huh? And then down here, find out. We can rename that to hashed password. And then where's that used at? Hash, perfect. And then the other thing we need to do is up in project, we need to run bun run sync pack fix. And that, yeah. And then back to front and bun install. There we go. I think this is a problem because Drizzle is currently installed with the wrong dependency. They had a breaking change in a minor version, which is really annoying, like insanely annoying. Another reason I'm not super happy with Drizzle. Why is every line an error? Because I just nuked my node modules and it can't resolve any dependencies. But it's I'm very new to programming. I've never done this before. All right, yeah, we want to be on 33 for now. We're just gonna actually, yeah. We'll do that. Bunai. Bun, run, build, dev. All right, so it just restarted the language server, and if we go back and look for sign up, that's a weird screen. Routes, sign up, page server. All right, there we go. So that looks like it's happy there. And finally, let's just add all and just say install Argon to git push. And I'm just gonna assume this is gonna work. Bun, run, dev. And we'll go back to localhost. Sign up. Let me check the database quick. And let's just nuke you. And we'll go to sign up. Is that broken? There's no shot that's broken, right? I couldn't connect to a Supabase? Oh my god. There we go. Weird. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Just use that, and we can ignore this. Create account. That should kick me into the flow. Yep. That looks good. This looks good. Whatever. None of these matter. This is all looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. Next, kick me to the dashboard. We get a verification code. So we should have that here. Onboarding. So our fix the other morning to the job queue server by refactoring it to use streams with Maxwell's help, that looks like it worked because I haven't had to kick that server or process. Drop in our verification code. What? No, that should be right. So what is broken here? $200 error. Okay, well, what does data grip say? We should have an email verification. And there's that code. What's the job queue say? Send verification email. Here's the payload. It sent the wrong code. What? That's weird. We're gonna have to make another account in a minute anyways, so we'll just cheat and copy this. And we'll paste that in. There we go. Metrics upload. Let's go ahead and upload our test metrics. Upload. Did that also not work? It did. Do we see that job over here? Oh, I think our... It's weird that this seems fine. That was at the top of the hour. So it's... Oh my god. This is so frustrating. How do you become good at JS when working remote? Any advice to join the Triangle company in the future? Just really care about what you do. Be curious. Always strive to build the best shit you can, especially like, I don't know, build a lot and care about what you build and care about your users and your coworkers would be my advice. And grow, yeah, you will naturally grow hate for JavaScript tooling. JavaScript tooling really rustles my jimmies. So the last this thing ran was at the top of the hour, which is sus. This is where I might need to open a bug with effect. Bun. Let's go to, I guess we can go to DB, and we have scripts in here. Bun run. Let's do a entreport create contact. Yeah, it's not picking it up. Okay. I'm building this mini Vercel stuff with SST in their docs. You mean like emulating our platform, kind of? Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that would be a really good demonstration, actually. I don't know if I'm impacted by this. So I'm guessing now if we run this, it's going to pick it up. I'm still convinced the connection to the Postgres notify channel is dropping. I that has to be what's happening. So if we come back, we're at least in a good enough state where we can keep working here. We got past this at some point, didn't we? Yeah. If I click upload again, that should actually process, I think. Yeah, process metrics upload. I don't know why that didn't clear the form, but it at least updated. And now if we come in here, we should see a job that completed successfully. Yeah, right here. Okay. How can you? Yeah, I don't know. Because it uses. I'm pretty sure the effect library. No, let's just go look at the code, right? Not bun. Vim. Okay, that's fine. Vim. Let's just start from the top, right? If we're in here and we go, this stream should run forever. And it appears like it does. Like right now, if I went and kicked off another job, this is still working. So we know like there's not really a problem with the semantics of the code. But I think what's happening is that this stream is like terminating. If we go look at this implementation, right, it's just coming straight from PG client. And we can go to PG client and it's using the Postgres library. Listen. The implementation for listen is it gets the emit and it connects, and listen returns a Postgres listen request, which I don't think has anything fancy on it. Like, right, if we come over here and put that in there, we can jump over to here, return that, format that, and if instead we assign this to a const, let's just say L for now, and then we'll return it. We're gonna take the L here, boys. The type of this is a Postgres listen request, which what do you have on it? It's async. Sure. L dot then foo dot Thanks, Akira. All right, let's go look at the Postgres library, and we're just gonna see what it says about this. Postgres npm. Sorry about the barking dogs, y'all. Justine just got home. Okay, do you have docs for listen on here? Listen and notify. The connection will automatically reconnect according to back offer connection patterns. Sorry about the dogs. I'm building a app for a financial advisor to run a coaching program for other financial advisors through, and this is I have like a little job queue processing server. So it does three jobs right now. It's responsible for sending verification emails. It's responsible for pushing data to the customer's CRM, which is Entreport, and then also it processes these metric uploads. So there's like this Excel sheet that they have to upload periodically. So we upload that to blob storage, post a job to be done async. The job processor picks it up and then parses this giant Excel file to this structure right here. And I was the past 2 mornings I've been hoping to get around to building a dashboard to view this data, but we are running into just a hodgepodge of annoying JavaScript issues, which is super annoying. So OBS. I want to go here, and we're gonna have to possibly look at the source. Is there any open issues with listen? Not really. All right, let's look at the implementation though of listen. Where do we think this is at? Listen comes from where does listen come from? My queries connection reserved closed ended open busy full blah 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 blah. Where? So that's undefined, I guess, right now. Right? That has to be undefined. At that point, at least. Here's listen. Okay. Listen. Idle timeout, max lifetime, on close. Listen.channels, channels, sure. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting ready to do what I'm about to do here. Or do we call on listen? What do they do with that? Where's that callback at? Const listener. I'm assuming we need to, man, this isn't typed, which is a pain in the ass. We'll do that. And then the listener comes on here, L dot on listen. So we, Jesus, how does this work? Okay, so we have listen dot channels for each. We get listeners, and we map over promise dot all. Listen name. I assume this is the same function, yeah? Yeah. So then we'll do L dot on close. What up, Andres? Oh yeah, we have some really beautiful code that we've been needing to show you. Where is it? Is it here? Where did I put it? Do you remember? Did we put it in front? Where was that? Was that in the never throw repo? Oh yeah, Lambo. Hold on. It was 2 days ago now. I don't think I have it. I don't know where the fuck I put that. Was it in never throw? I don't think I have it anymore. I think I lost it. Temp. What up, Andrews, though? Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. I super appreciate it. Chat, if you're not following Andrews, you need to be. He is the maintainer and creator of Coolify, which is super fucking dope. And we're going to end up deploying our app on Coolify and probably a DigitalOcean droplet at some point once this is ready to rock. Okay. Back to... We're definitely not forking the official Postgres NPM library right now. We would never do such a thing. Just not something we would ever do. Okay, so we have... This is recursive, basically. We need to figure out where on listen is getting called. L dot on listen, on listen. I think we just need to listeners. I think we just do Listeners.channel.name. I'm a bit confused. Where does this thing get created? That's in here. So when we call listen, I'm still so confused. All right, what does this return? This is really hard without types. We get either SQL listen. I wonder if there is a definitely type repo for this, right? There has to be. At types. Well, it says it's TypeScript. Do they have a .dts? Okay, this is at least something. CJS source. Are there types in here? There are types. You have listen in there. I guess Deno's like our best bet for types. Oh no, right here it is. I'm being dumb. All right, so let's look for listen. Listen. Listen request extends promise. Listen meta. Listen meta extends result meta. This has a command statement. It's state. State has a status. I don't know where this state is set at. Do we see state over here? State, result.state. Where does result come from? Await channels dot result. So we have to look at what result does. Oh, this is not helpful at all. Now somebody is mowing outside my house. When does on close get called? Okay, so we have this connection type. And okay. Options. On close. Where does that come from? We're getting just like all of these implicit what is CE? Okay, let's go into the connection. Connection takes what up, Sam? So on close comes in. It starts as a no op. Okay, hold on. How do I tap into this? So that's connection and an error. Can I pass in a on close anywhere? Let's check the docs quick. Error handling. Connection ended. Connection closed. Connection destroyed. Connection timeout. Where are the options that I can pass to the Postgres client? Because if we can pass to a connection details section, socket, that does not appear to give me a callback. Where's Postgres? Am I blind? Right there. So we create a new Postgres client. And do we supply a Postgres client? We do. What else do we get? Do we get a callback when Postgres has a notice? Do we get anything? All right, so looks like we have this 2 millis duration dot decode or undefined. I wonder if it's possible connection info execute. So here are the defaults. Connection timeout, max lifetime. This resolves. I wonder if that's what's happening. That's got to be it, right? I'm betting that's it. So let's do we want to do max connections. No, max. Is that not exposed? Wait a second. Where's the layer? We get PG client config. This needs to expose another field. Connection TTL, that might be the one we want. Is connection TTL different? I bet timeout in seconds. All right, I'm getting an idea here. All right, so I'm betting that's what this thing is. Idle timeout. And connection TT time to live. So what we're gonna do to try to fix this is we're going to come in here and we're gonna say idle timeout is going to be duration dot min, and we're just gonna say 60 minutes. Or actually, we'll do 30 minutes. What are you upset about? Okay, sure. Config dot succeed. And oh, it needs to be a thunk, I guess. Oh, you're right. You're right. What are we listening to? There we go. And then we're going to want, the other one is TTL, connection time to live. And I'm assuming, and to confirm this, right, if we go back to the layer down here, here, and we go to make, and I want to see how they, yeah, max lifetime gets passed to that. Okay. What is connect timeout? Oh, connect timeout. Yeah. Well, idle. Well, this is interesting here, right? Max lifetime is null, and idle timeout is 0. Sorry, chat. So annoying. 1 second. Hey! Hey, enough. Enough. Knock it off. Swinging. Enough. Enough. Go upstairs. Go. Up. 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 Baxter. Go up. Go. 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 Go to the kid. In the bedroom. Go. In. Okay. We're gonna put that in the logs, and we're gonna add debug also, which is gonna be like the same exact thing. Which I think we want to yoink to there, and we'll go ahead and paste that there, and this will be debug. Change debug. Can I do a pipe and say effect layer.annotate logs? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, I can. Excellent. Module will be PG client. And then we can just say this is going to be function instead. You missed the dogs barking. I watched the hour-long announcement video last night, Disgruntled. It's pretty good. They have a compelling story. All right, so we have some extra logging now. And the last thing I want to check before we redeploy this is if they're setting any sort of defaults here. What the hell is happening? Neovim's freaking out. Yeah, this doesn't look like it has anything. Super important in there. Can I pass stuff down into this? I wonder. Is this only if I pass a socket in myself? Yes, I love EffectTS 987. Okay, what the fuck are we listening to? I'm about to take over stream. I am taking over. Where's my home? We are going to listen to this one. Yeah. Okay. Is there any possible thing else that I could tap into? We can override the socket, which seems aggressive. But I'll fucking do it if I have to. Max connections. All right, we've got some logging in place now. So let's go ahead and do a fly deploy. So what we really added here, chat, is if we go back up to my implementation, which is way up here, we added I am a maintainer for different libs of the ZIO Scala ecosystem. Nice, that's awesome. I actually have a project idea that I want to work on stream as soon as I can get this MVP shipped, which I just like, I think I'm just gonna fucking crank code out for my client project this week so I can do some effect stuff. Yeah, I got distracted. We added debug logging and we added on notice logging. So I'm hoping that like, oh, the other thing is we added this idle timeout, which we can then go to our job queue and we can say that we can like interrupt this effect and restart it. I should get a fiber back here, right? Yeah, runtime fiber. And we might be able to just like restart it. Fiber dot interrupt this fork. In the background interrupts the fiber as if it interrupted from a... So we can make this other, I'm not sure. Actually, before we add the interrupts, that's a better idea. Let's see if we can just get logging, and then tomorrow, if we don't have logging and it's disconnected again, then we'll build like an interrupt system. You can think of fibers. Do you have experience with Go or Tokyo Tasks or something, disgruntled dev? They're basically just like Go routines or green threads. Fuck, where did I put that code? That was in Postgres, right? Yeah. So let's get rid of these. We're just gonna comment those out for now. Yeah, you can think of fibers as Go routines. Smart, Kraut, smart. I can't tap. I can't tap into that. It's a duration rather than a thunk or a function. If you go look at how they have it implemented, I think I'm just using default native NeoVim now, Leon. So if you go look at the layer here, when they create the client, where are the options? Where's we want to look for make actually. Yeah, this function. Yeah, so right here is where they set up the thing with Postgres, and idle timeout is just a numeric value. Or I should point it here. It gets a number or undefined idle connection timeout. But I'm assuming adding debug is, or at least maybe on notice. I'm not sure. I mean, we could, I would really hate to do this, but like we could really dive deep and pass in our own socket connection and then add monitoring on that socket. So there's an option A, it's effect that's breaking, it's effect that's breaking, or option B. Oh wait. You're not talking about like option types. Option A, it's effect that's, I don't think it's effect. I don't think it's effect for a couple reasons. Like if it were effect, something would have to be interrupting. Like something would have to be wrong in the stream, which the way Postgres listen is implemented under the covers is, where do they do this? I want to go here. In here, if we look for listen, they use this stream async push. Catch. I mean, maybe it would be worth opening up a pull request and sending in an unlisten. Because what would happen here? We listen, we emit. Where's the, we get unlisten. Yeah, so I guess we could add a callback that is like unlisten. And then we would basically compose the callback with the unlisten from actual Postgres. And that might show us something. Ooh. I like. That's sick. That would be a great like desktop wallpaper. Stream's been okay, Vafi. It's been another day of random issues. See you, Tim. Have fun scrumming. All right, so we're redeployed. Let's go see if we have any extra logging. We'll full screen this. And let's just shoot a fake task at it. So we'll do over here at DB, we'll do bun run, entreport create contact. Would have expected to see some extra logging. Why? What am I missing here? That closes that. I think everything's closed. The comma, that. There we go. and we'll do foo bar baz any string number. And what does it say it actually is? Connection query parameters param types. So it's going to be connection query parameters param types. And we're just going to annotate the logs with that. And we're going to say PG client debug. And then we'll just add these connection number or query, sorry. Unfortunately, Pag was that's the nature of the job, right? This needs to work. I need to have it working. Param types. Okay. Doesn't contain a yield. I guess we don't need to do that, huh? And then I think we might be able to do the same thing. It just gets a Postgres notice. All right. So we're going to come in here, and this is going to be notice. And what is notice? I don't even know what notice has on it. Notice. Now this isn't EffectTS. This is the Postgres library itself. That's why we cloned down the Postgres library. I was gonna add a PR to it, but I'm not. This is Postgres itself, and the library and npm for it, and not effect. I don't even know what that's an alias for. See you, Carrot. PG client notice. And then we'll just add the notice here. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that. Logging. Git push. And we're going to do a fly deploy. Chonky boy. I think I'm copying node modules, to be honest. So we should see this restart in a second. That happened at 53, so it's pulling container. Yep, yep. Okay, there was a... Dang, it's literally just not logging. I must apparently not understand how that works. Because that gets passed directly down into the Postgres library. Like, yeah, we'll just do one last triple check that this isn't a problem on effect side that we have to open an issue for. Last sanity check here. They call make, and this is where our options get passed in. And we said, yeah, look at this. It's just getting passed directly through to notice. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. I think. I don't think I can run an effect in here. So this is returning in a function that returns an effect. The effect is never getting run. That's my theory. Let's test this quick. And then we'll do here, we'll just do, I have no idea what this freaking object is. We'll just do a JSON stringify because I don't know what notice is. And we'll get rid of this. The effects are never getting run. That's like the whole problem right here. So we're going to take this, and this is going to be changed to here. This will be console.log. And we can get rid of this pipe. We want this, though. In fact, we don't. Or no, we do want that. So let's grab this. And we'll do here. And change around that to that. And we'll come here. This will be $, and we'll put in JSON.stringify. Can I paste that? Yeah. We would just need to get the runtime. Okay. I think that's going to be okay. Maybe. I don't know. My theory is that it was returning an effect, which that might be a typing issue in uh, effect. So it's possible that's true, because it's returning an effect that returns void. So it was like flattening to the type to assume it returned just void, but it was really returning an effect. And I don't think there's like the Postgres client isn't going to run an effect. It's just going to discard it and do nothing with it. And remember, effects are lazy. They describe computations and actually run computations. You need a runtime to run an effect. And the underlying Postgres library doesn't have that. So that's my working theory right now. If that's true, I'm going to hit up the effect team because that's going to need fixed. Because like if I return effect dot, let's just say void, like that's okay, but really, fucking TypeScript. This function is returning it's returning an effect rather than void. Like what happens if I return a string? I still don't get type errors. I'm gleaming. All right. So my plan, I'm probably gonna work on this a bunch tonight, and I'll probably stream a bunch this weekend on this because I don't think I have any plans this weekend, and I just want to get this client MVP done. Like we're close. All we really have to do is get like a couple basic screens up for managing profiles and the dashboard for looking at data and a small notification system. Like there's not a lot to do yet before it's just sitting in MVP, and I probably get new features for the new year. Um, Thank you, Kraut. I appreciate that. You better keep your word on the weekend streams. I'll double check with Justine to make sure I don't have anything. At the very least, I'll wait. If I do have plans tomorrow, I will wake up early and do my normal stream time because I know we won't have anything that early. All right, so this should be kicked. Look at that. You guys see the logs? There it is. I was right. Okay, so let's kick off another one of these scripts. And what do we see over here? All right. I'm hoping I'm hoping these two things says it's an airport boarding pass. There's been a 25,000 point redeem. Code review. Oh shit. We'll do that. John, when do you want me to do that? Because I have to wrap up stream. Now we can either do it maybe tomorrow or Monday. Sorry I missed that. I was in the zone. It's not big? All right. We'll do it right now then if it's not big. Did you send a GitHub link? I'm like scrolling to look for it. Oh, it's in Discord? All right, we're running updates. And while that's going, Postgres on notice. On notice. See if this tells us anything about the on notice protocol. Notice processing. Okay. Okay. So we should see this come through. All right, I'm just gonna bring over this and we're gonna full screen this. Oh God. What's crazy is you probably don't have Tailwind autocomplete here. Yeah. So this is warcrimes.jsx. The next page. We have all these class names. But then we also still have class names down here. Sources.map section, markdown s.title, section content. Customer wanted about page to be consisted of sections that are customizable, but at the same time, not just markdown. So you're rendering the title that is markdown, and then you're rendering section content. I actually don't think it's that cursed, minus the class names are kind of cursed because this would be really annoying to write by hand without autocomplete. Yeah, let's not get you in trouble. It's far from the, like, on the curse scale, I feel like it's pretty low. I actually don't think it's that wild. You're basically Does this come from like an O or M or something? The sections? Make it worth 25,000 points. I actually don't think it's that cursed. You basically just made like a little ad hoc, scrappy uh, CM content, CMS is what I meant. I think I said CRM. I meant CMS, content management system. Ugh. Okay, chat. I'm gonna start looking for someone to raid while John shows us the rest of this stuff here. Let me open a browser. Title, ID. Okay, this is actually a little cursed. Putting HTML in is a bit cursed, but I can appreciate the scrappiness of it. You have to be careful with oh geez, why am I, the name of the attack is escaping me. X, what is it called? Why can't I think of it? It's in MDX. Okay. Oh, it's MDX. Oh, in that case, if it's rendering through MDX components, it's less cursed. I actually don't think this is that cursed at all. Especially if you have tooling to design the content in Markdown and validate that it's good Markdown. I actually don't think it's that cursed at all. In fact, I think it's actually quite cross-site scripting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I've seen a lot of similar designs before, John. So like I think the idea and your implementation like isn't that far off from like just a stupid system, stupid simple home rule CMS. And as long as it's using MDX everywhere and the input's validated and the rendering component also does validation at render time, like I think you're golden. It's super flexible. Okay, y'all. Let's find somebody to raid. Is when you need layout that is not default. Ah, that is kind of cursed. I'll agree on the CSS. Following. Oh, Thorsten's going. Let's raid Thorsten. I didn't even know he streamed. So Thorsten Ball is the person who wrote the Writing a Compiler with Go book, and he also works on Zed, and he also used to work with TJ. So let's go raid Thorsten and see some Zig and him working on Zed Editor. This is sick. I didn't know he freaking streamed. Heck yeah. I'm going to be hanging out there because I love Thorsten's content. I think he's incredible.